Franklin County Board of Commissioners, your general session. Today is September 10th, 2024. What a special day. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Crawley.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. As a reminder, this is a public meeting and is being recorded. If you're calling in today, please ensure that your line is muted. We appreciate that. As we transition into September, what's already, anyways, welcome to September. Let's take a moment to reflect on National Child Support Awareness Month, which we observed in August. This reflection reminds us of the crucial role that child support plays in ensuring our children's well-being and future successes. Since its establishment in 1975, the Child Support Program has undergone significant changes over the past 48 years, evolving from a focus on recovering public assistance costs to prioritizing families' needs. This is also time to recognize the commitment of those who work tirelessly to advocate for and support our nation's children, making sure that they receive the financial and emotional resources necessary to thrive. Today, we have with us Franklin County Child Support Enforcement Agency Director Susan Brown, who will share more insights on National Child Support Awareness Month. Please join us at the podium, Director Brown.
Thank you, Commissioner Boyce. Good morning, County Administration and Commissioners. My name is Susan Brown. I'm the Director representing the staff of the Child Support Program. And thank you again for taking the time today to recognize and raise awareness about the Child Support Program. As you had mentioned, the program was established in 1975, and we have changed a lot since that time. In honor of Child Support Awareness Month in August, here are some facts about the program. It collected billions of dollars in child support. The Child Support Program is a critical income source for families. Nationally, the program collected $29.6 billion in child support payments, and the 232 child support staff here in Franklin County collected $145 million for families. This kind of support helps children and families thrive. Research has shown that consistent child support payments allow for parents and caretakers to be more involved in their children's lives and their children to have better outcomes. It's steady and dependable. 72% of child support was collected by income withholding, providing a steady, consistent, dependable income. It's very efficient. The program operates with remarkable efficiency, collecting $7 for every dollar spent on the program. This makes it one of the most cost-effective government programs. It served 1 in 5 children nationally. And nationally, the Child Support Program served 12.8 million children. That's 1 in 5 children in the United States. Franklin County has served over 78,000 children, over 100,000 parents, making child support one of the largest income support programs for children. So that said, we know that a realistic and balanced approach to child support is essential to supporting consistent child support payments, family relationships, and child well-being. Every parent has the responsibility to financially support their children, and much of our work revolves around supportive services to assist them in doing that. However, children need much more than just financial support, and many people may not be aware that child support offers services beyond the collection of child support. A few examples will be highlighted in a short 2-minute video that we're about to show. The video will feature our Youth Economic Mobility Grant, or our peer-to-peer program, our Fatherhood Coordination, which includes parenting programs and collaboration with the Men Unit, emphasizing the critical role that fathers play in their child's development, and fathers' meaningful involvement impacts both the well-being of the children and the well-being of fathers. We'll highlight workforce services, our safe access to child support services federal grant, the scope of our outreach program, and finally, education and dissemination of information through social media and marketing. Brittany, would you mind playing the video? Thank you. And then another service that's worth mentioning that wasn't featured in the video is our Federal Access Visitation Mediation Program, where the agency offers a mediation program where parents can enter into an agreement customized for them. They can establish parenting time and an agreed upon child support order. There's no attorney fees, there's no court hearings, and no filing fees for the residents. So with that, we have a number of child support staff in the audience, and I'd like them to stand up, please. I want to express my appreciation to all the staff here today and the staff who work tirelessly for families every day to ensure that they have the services and resources they need to thrive. We have child support awareness staff here today, our social program and outreach staff, and our CSA is our Child Support Awareness Committee members, and they plan and implement all of the child support awareness events, including this year, the Franklin County One Door Empowerment Day, which hosted over 200 residents at COSI. And they also coordinate other staff recognition events, specific child support awareness events, and outreach programming. And then we also have our grant project managers with us here today as well. So thank you again for taking the time to recognize our program.
And we have a resolution that we'd love to present to you and your team, and would ask you to come up and allow us to present it. You all can join us if you like.
Now, y'all all related to each other. You need to act like y'all get close. As much as y'all work together, y'all related.
Thank you again, Director Brown. Good to see you. All right, is there an approval of the minutes of the April 4th, April 18th, May 2nd, May 16th, May 30th, 2024 briefing sessions, and the March 26th, April 9th, April 23rd, May 7th, and May 21st, 2024 general sessions?
Second.
Was that moved, Commissioner? So moved.
Oh, so moved, I'm sorry.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley,
Yes. it's been a
Commissioner
minute.
Boyce.
Yes.
Thank you, the minutes have been approved.
Clerk of Courts first.
Resolution number 67524, resolution approving a termination agreement and mutual release with Tyler Technologies Incorporated.
Is there anyone there from the Clerk of Courts?
I'm here,
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
I was just moved by the child support presentation. I was taking a moment of zen to
Right.
completely. Janine Hummer on behalf of Prosecutor Tyak. What you have before you is the agreement and authorization to have the county administrator terminate the agreement with Tyler. Tyler was involved in the overall case management process that involved multiple courts as well as the clerk's office. If you recall, we had re-engaged Tyler on this project, and both staff and Tyler spent many months going through the needs of each court and the project overall. We have determined in the end that the out-of-the-box product provided by Tyler is not the product that best suits this court as well as the clerk's office. That is not to say that the product is bad, it's just that our overall needs, in our opinion, cannot be met at this time, and we'd ask for for this resolution to be passed and allow the county administrator to execute the termination. There are no additional costs related to the work that we've been doing this year.
So motion to.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of resolution 67524.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 67524 has been adopted.
Sorry, engineer.
Resolution number 67624, report first of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Winchester Pike 2.40 over Cobble and Bowman Ditch Improvement Project, Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $1,359.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brad Foster, Franklin County Engineer. Commissioners, our first resolution seeks compensation for one property owner abutting the Winchester Pike over Coble and Bowman Ditch Improvement Project located in southeast Franklin County in Madison Township. The project will replace the existing bridge. We have negotiated with the property owners, and compensation is based on appraised fair market value. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of resolution 67624.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 67624 has been adopted. Resolution number 67724, report second of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Hart Road 0.63 over Wims Ditch FRA-CR 254-0.63 Improvement Project, Franklin Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $475.
Commissioners, this resolution seeks compensation for one property owner abutting the Hart Road over Wims Ditch Improvement Project located in south central Franklin County and Franklin Township. The project will replace an existing bridge. We have negotiated with the property owners, and compensation is based upon appraised fair market value. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of resolution 67724.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 67724 has been adopted. Resolution number 67824, Report second of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Renner Road, County Road number 27, from Alton and Darby Creek Road, County Road number 272 to Spindler Road, County Road number 153, Improvement Project, Norwich Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $60,398.
Commissioners, this resolution seeks compensation for 7 property owners abutting the Renner Road project. This is a Franklin County Transportation Improvement Project funded by OPWC and also private development dollars, and is located in Norwich Township and seeks to improve Renner Road with the addition of a 2-way left-hand turn, drainage upgrades, and pedestrian infrastructure, and also replaces the bridge over Clovercroft Ditch. We negotiated with the property owners, and compensation is based upon appraised fair market value. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 678-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 678-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 679-24. Resolution authorizing the Franklin County Engineer to enter into a contract modification with CESO Incorporated for the Zuber Road, Plum Run South Drainage Outlet, an increase of $50,500 for a revised total of $164,281.
Commissioners, the next resolution seeks approval of a contract modification with CESO for the Zuber Road over Plum Run South Drainage Improvement Project for the detailed design services. The total cost of this contract modification will not exceed $50,500. Pending any questions, I ask for the board's approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 679-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 679-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 680-24. Resolution requesting the Ohio Department of Transportation to reduce the speed limit on Sunbury Road, County Road number 8, Mifflin Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, our final resolution seeks authorization to request the Ohio Department of Transportation to investigate the speed limit on Sunbury Road from Holt Avenue and continuing nearly 2.5 miles north to the intersection of Ennis Road and McCutcheon Road. ODOT will review Franklin County's study and determine a safe speed limit. The study conducted by the Franklin County Engineers Office determined that a speed limit reduction from 45 to 40 would be appropriate. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 680-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 680-24 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Data Center?
Resolution number 681-24. Resolution authorizing a 12-month extension of the service agreement with AT&T for Centric Communication Services in the amount of $239,830.
Good morning, Julie Less for the Data Center, and with me today is Data Center CIO Adam Frumpkin. This is a 12-month extension of our current phone service with no change to pricing or scope. The agreement has been approved to form by the Prosecuting Attorney's Office and is funded by the Data Center's baseline budget. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 681-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 681-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 682-24. Resolution authorizing the procurement of an inventory solution for the coroner's office in the amount of $8,000.
Thank you. And ENVI is a cloud-based medical inventory management system that will help the coroner's office create, track, and manage stock levels within a centralized platform. The Automatic Data Processing Board approved the solution, and the Master Service Agreement was approved to form by the Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 682-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 682-24 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Economic Development Planning?
Resolution number 683-24. Resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a funding service agreement between the Franklin County Board of Commissioners and the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission to provide home repair program services in Franklin County in the amount of $1,173,002.11.
Good morning, Commissioners, Administration. Emmanuel Torres, Assistant Director of Economic Development Planning. I'll be presenting several resolutions on behalf of our agency this morning. This first resolution seeks your approval for a funding service agreement with the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission in support of their home repair program. MORPC collaborates and plans for a better future of our growing region through a variety of programs, services, projects, and initiatives that help improve the quality of life for everyone in the Central Ohio region. The home repair program assists low to moderate income homeowners facing the possibility of loss of their home due to unsafe or unsanitary living conditions that threaten the health, safety, or welfare of the homeowner and residents of their home. The terms of this agreement are authorized to be executed in 2024, but are intended to also ratify all services provided prior to the execution date of this agreement. With us today, we have William Murdoch, he's MORPC Executive Director, and Robert Williams, who's the Senior Director of Residential Services. And after their remarks, and pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
Okay. Good morning, Commissioners, County Administration. I'm William Murdoch, the Executive Director of MORPC. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you for advancing and considering this important work today. As you know, MORPC is a critical provider of housing services across Franklin County for weatherization, home repair, lead. Stabilizing homes is often the best way to keep people in their homes and to work towards our affordable housing crisis. We are a regional agency, and I have to tell you, working across 15 counties, to see a county like Franklin so strongly invest in housing and our most vulnerable families and neighbors is leadership regionally and nationally. So we appreciate our partnership with you. We also know that leveraging resources is critical, and with MORPC's weatherization programs, with Columbia Gas, State of Ohio, and others, we help over 300 families a year. But this program is the foundation of that work. And with me, I have Robert Williams, who's our Senior Director of Residential Services, to share a little more.
Thank you, William. MORPC, first off, would like to thank Franklin County for continuing this long-standing 30-year relationship. Home repair is pivotal in maintaining and sustaining existing affordable housing in Central Ohio. The Franklin County Urgent Needs Program, as well as the Lead Safe Program and other home repair programs, help assist close to 100 families annually over the last 2 years. Traditionally, MORPC has had almost a 3-year home repair wait list. With the help of Franklin County, that wait list is currently under 12 months and on track to be in real time by the beginning of 2025. With the help of Franklin County, MORPC looks forward to continue to help families in need in Central Ohio.
And just to close, I'm so grateful for the leadership of Robert and his team. Just to emphasize that point, we had a 3-year waiting list coming out of the pandemic, and through improvements and the hard work with our partnership with Franklin County, we've reduced that to under a year, and we hope to have it in real time. So that's serving more families than ever, more quickly than ever. Please know that our team is here to help you. We've worked on lead, we've worked on a number of things. We look forward to doing more for you because we know that when it comes to housing, there's a lot more that we could do. And pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval today.
Administrator Wilson.
Administrator Wilson?
President Boyce, Commissioner O'Grady, Commissioner Crawley. I was wondering, how is the lead abatement program doing? I know, we had a pass-through grant that we allocated, asking you all to add to what you all were already doing with Recovery Act dollars.
Yes, that program is up and running. We officially got started earlier this year. To date, I think we've completed about 8 or 9 properties. So we're on track and happy to be working on that program and providing more lead remediation and abatement assistance in Franklin County.
And that program is pretty flexible. For listeners, what are the eligibility requirements?
The eligibility requirements are based on Franklin County median income guidelines. Right now, it's 80%. They will look and potentially go up to 100% on a case-to-case basis.
If I can add to that, thanks for the question, Administrator. For those listening or who are working in this area, this program, our home repair, our weatherization, folks don't need to call different numbers. They can call one number and we'll triage them to the one that fits their needs and their eligibility.
Thank you.
President Boyce.
Commissioner Grady?
William, it's great to have this partnership with you, long-standing partnership with you. We've been doing this work for a long time as well. And so it's really good to have this, partnership with Morpsey, especially at a time when affordable housing is so desperately needed, not only here, but across the state and across the country. Affordable housing is a problem in every community in the United States. And so it's not, I've said a million times, this is not a red county, blue county issue. It's not a large county, small county issue. Everybody's struggling with affordable housing issues. And especially at a time when, leadership in the legislature doesn't recognize or believe in this issue. So it's really good that we have this partnership, and we appreciate the work that you guys are doing. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
All right, if there are no additional comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 683-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 683-24 has been adopted.
Thank you. Next, we have a public hearing for the resolution 684-24. Can the clerk please read the public hearing?
To erect a new township, adjust the boundaries of Franklin Township, and conform the boundaries of the new township to the boundaries of the Village of Valley View. Case number ANX-01-24. At this time, Mr. President, I would like to place anybody who's going to be providing testimony under oath, and we'll do the Assistant Director first. You raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge? If so, say I do.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Good morning again. Emmanuel Torres, Assistant Director of Economic Development Planning. And this next resolution in front of you is to consider a boundary change from Franklin Township to erect a new township to be named Valley View Township, or a name of the Commissioner's choosing, to remove the portion of Franklin Township which is included within the limits of the Village of Valley View. And this resolution will also allow for the adjustment, or will allow for the adjustment of the boundaries of Franklin Township, thereby creating the new township that conforms to the boundaries of the Village of Valley View. The Board of Trustees of Franklin Township, by Resolution 2024-019, does not oppose the petition of the Village of Valley View to erect a new township. The petition has been filed in accordance with and meets all statutory requirements of Section 503.07 of the Ohio Revised Code, which states in part that the board, in presentation of such petition, with proceedings of the legislative authority authenticated at a regular or adjourned session, shall, upon the petition of a city, change the boundaries of the township. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
Okay, at this time, is my,
At this time, we have to see if there's any other testimony from the
Okay.
public before we close this public hearing. Is anybody else here that wishes to speak on this matter?
but did I open the,
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah, you did.
okay.
Hello, I'm James Maddox. I'm the mayor for the Village of Valley View.
Mr. Mayor, before you do begin, I need to swear you in, if that's okay? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge? If so, say I do.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to hear this resolution. I am the mayor for the Village of Valley View. I've canvassed with all the residents in that area, and they support us breaking away from Franklin Township. We're doing it on good terms, no hard feelings. It's for the best interest of the village. I know this is a drastic step. If there's any questions or anything, I'm glad to answer what I can, and I appreciate the consideration for passing this resolution.
Yeah, Commissioner Crawley?
Thank you. So this is new for me. How many, you said you talked to all the residents. What's the population?
400 and, oh my goodness, 687. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, no,
And
you're
it
good.
went
It's
door to
growing as
door.
we speak.
We have a monthly meeting, and we have excellent turnout to that meeting. I operate under full council, so everything's going really, really well.
Please, Commissioner Crowley.
Thank you, Mayor. So if you could just tell me, what is the underlying reason or why you would like to break away and create a new township? Even though it's amicable or
Well, Franklin Township has a, on the far levy on this ballot, 14 mil, I believe it is. They went through that about 4 years ago, and the village went crazy. It's $513, $14 on 100,000. Big increase. The residents are mostly all retirees on fixed incomes. And if we break away, the chances for Franklin Township getting their levy passed is a better opportunity. The village won't support it. So the last go-around, it shot it down, and I know Franklin Township's, needing the money. So we'll save money, the village. The tax money, the revenue that our residents pay will actually be for the village. So it'll be a win-win situation.
one more
Please
follow-up.
continue.
Oh, thank you. So as you create your own new township, outside of the ballot initiative, which I guess is precipitating this, are there any other county or township resources, services that you think
The village reaches out to the city of Columbus
Okay.
for fire and emergency. Reach out to Franklin County big time. I retired from Franklin County after 31 years, so
Thank you for your
every time I bump into a solid wall, the first thing I do is jump on the phone, call somebody at Franklin County Engineers and say, hey, I need some help, need a little guidance, need a little direction. So far, it's been a pretty good thing. We are self-served. Most of the emergency work, we contract out through the county engineers and/or the city of Columbus.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, thank you.
thank you.
Administrator Wilson?
Thank
Administrator
you.
Wilson, please.
Thank you, President Boyce, Commissioner O'Grady, Commissioner Crawley. Thank you, sir, for coming today. During the briefing, I asked of staff regarding the financial implications that are applicable in this transition. You touched upon police and fire. You will have an MOU with this new township and the city of Columbus to provide those services?
Yes. We do have our own police department, so that kind of lightens the load as far as dealing with Columbus. We don't have to be concerned with the cruiser constantly, patrolling it. In the past 10 years that I'm aware of, most of all of our emergency calls has been Columbus. They come take care of fire, ambulance services, and then they bill Franklin Township, and then Franklin Township bills us. So this will cut out the middleman. We'll just deal straight with Columbus.
And will existing agreements carry over concerning water, sewer? You mentioned the county engineers, snow removal, and all of those services. You will enter into new agreements as the township of Valley View?
Yes, sir. Snow removal is done in-house. We have our own equipment. Road maintenance, anything major, we have to bid out. The last major project was 3 years ago. We had a complete overlay. All the streets and alleys were repaved. Decker got that contract. Get our salt from Franklin County Engineers for snow and ice.
Okay. Thank you, President Boyce.
Okay. Are there any further questions or comments?
Seeing none at this time, Mr. President, I believe you can close the public hearing.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 684-24. Resolution to erect a new township, adjust the boundaries of Franklin Township, and conform the boundaries of the new township to the boundaries of the village of Valley View, case number ANX-01-24.
All right. If there are no additional comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 684-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 684-24 has been adopted.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Resolution number 685-24, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute on behalf of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for John T. Bruce and Julie L. Bruce at 3146 El Paso Drive, Township of Franklin, Franklin County, Ohio, 43204.
Once again, good morning. Emmanuel Torres, Assistant Director of Economic Development and Planning. And this next resolution seeks your approval to authorize the execution of a discharge of mortgage. John T. Bruce and Julie L. Bruce received a housing assistance grant on July 13th, 2021, in the amount of $9,737.90 from the county commissioners. This loan has been paid off in full. The grant included terms whereby 10% of the grant amount was forgiven annually. Mr. and Mrs. Bruce paid off the balance that was due in the amount of $6,816.53. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 685.
Commissioner, I'm sorry, I apologize. Joy Bivens, Deputy County Administrator of Health and Human Services, and I meant to do this at the last general session, so I apologize, Emmanuel. There are residents who hear these discharge of mortgages, and they're not educated on how the process works. Is there like a quick desk aid that we can get out to the community or post so that they'll know, like, if they're eligible for it? Because I think people hear it and see it as an opportunity that can leverage some challenges that they may be going through.
Certainly will.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's a good idea, thank you.
All right, if there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 685-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 685-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 686-24, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute on behalf of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for William H. Dye and Charlene K. Coombs at 3447 Lowell Drive, Township of Franklin, Franklin County, Ohio, 43204.
Commissioners, Mr. William Dye and Charlene Coombs received a housing assistance grant on November 12, 2019, in the amount of $12,838.50 from the Franklin County Commissioners. Mr. Dye has since deceased, and Ms. Coombs is requesting this lien to be released. This loan included terms whereby 10% of the loan was forgiven annually. The remaining balance due was paid off in the amount of $7,703.10. Pending any questions, I'm respectfully requesting your approval of this resolution.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 686-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 686-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 687-24, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute on behalf of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Joy E. Gue and Talmadge E. Gue at 1880 Elmore Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43224.
Commissioners, Mr. and Mrs. Gue received a housing assistance grant on August 29, 2014, in the amount of $4,000 from county commissioners. This loan has been forgiven pursuant to the terms of the mortgage, which means that after the 73rd month, this loan was authorized to be forgiven by the Franklin County Board of Commissioners. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 687-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 687-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 688-24, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute on behalf of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Thelma L. Hewlett at 3446 McCutcheon Road, Gahanna, Ohio, 43230.
Commissioners, Mrs. Hewlett, who is now deceased, and her son, William Hewlett, is requesting to have the mortgage released. The original promissory note has not been located. Therefore, the loan terms cannot be identified. Based on these facts and lack of documentation and what we do have available, staff's recommendation is to discharge this loan, which is not enforceable. Pending any questions, I am respectfully requesting the approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of resolution 68824.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 68824 has been adopted. Resolution number 68924, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute on behalf of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Trudy Myers at 8452 Fairbrook Avenue, Galloway, Ohio 43119.
And our last resolution from EDP, Commissioners Trudy Myers received a housing assistance loan on November 21st of 2006 in the amount of $15,000 from the Franklin County Board of Commissioners. The original promissory note has not been located. The loan terms cannot be identified. Based on this fact and the documentation available, staff's recommendation is to discharge this loan, and this loan is not enforceable. Pending any questions, I am respectfully requesting your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of resolution 68924.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 68924 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Justice Policy Program.
Resolution number 69024, resolution authorizing a memorandum of understanding, naming Columbus Metropolitan Library an approved site for the Franklin County Warrant Recall Tap-In Center.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. I am Caitlin Looney, Deputy Director of Justice Services with the Office of Justice Policy and Programs. With over 55,000 outstanding misdemeanor warrants in Franklin County, an innovative solution is needed to streamline the warrant recall process, record sealing, and driver's license restoration, while enhancing the overall well-being of residents in the community. The Tap-In Center will do just that. In order for this model to successfully bring together the justice intercepts in an impactful way, the location needed has to foster community, opportunity, and be a place where everyone is welcome, which is why we're requesting approval of a memorandum of understanding with the Columbus Metropolitan Library to host the Tap-In Center at no cost in accessible locations throughout our community. The Tap-In Center is doing a soft launch at the Whitehall branch of the library next week and will be fully open to the public in October for those with misdemeanor warrants. Full details for that launch will be forthcoming to the public. And pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
If I may, President Boyce. Just, thank you, President Boyce. I just want to continue to just take a moment and really stress how important it is for Franklin County to be a part of the National Association of Counties, NACO. I happened to be a fellow for the past 2 years of their core racial justice initiative, which looks at decreasing one, jail population, but also addressing racial disparities within our criminal justice system. And because of the fellowship able to travel all across this country and learn about different programs and best practices in other areas. And so the Tap-In Center and the idea for the Tap-In Center came out of a trip to St. Louis to visit their Tap-In Center, just see all that they're doing in general to reduce their jail population and address disparities. And so really appreciate the opportunity to serve as a fellow with NACO and really encourage these types of programs to continue because I know that the time that the Tap-In Center got launched was within, I think, 3 to 6 months during the pandemic, and by the time I got to learn about it, they had already discharged almost 1,000 warrants. And when we think about the racial makeup or the demographics of those individuals, mostly Black and brown people and men. And so anytime we can divert people from our jail and then help them with things like they might have just missed a court date, right? And so then they get picked up for something, they get, come into the jail and they sit for days, weeks, or months at a time. That is a drain on county resources, but also that's when people don't need to be sitting in our jail. And so really, really excited about the tap-in center and what it's going to do for our residents, but also, again, just want to shout out NACO for the core racial justice initiative.
Thank you.
Yeah. If there are no additional comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 69024.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 69024 has been adopted. Resolution number 69124. Resolution authorizing a subgrant award agreement with the Columbus City Attorney's Office for the continued support of a project blueprint coordinator under the FY 2022 Justice Assistance Grant in the amount of $20,106.56.
In 2020, our office was awarded an Improving Criminal Justice Response Program grant from the Office on Violence Against Women, which unfortunately ends September 30th of this year. In order to provide continuity, we would like to enter into contract with services through our JAG funding with the Columbus City Attorney's Office for continued project management functions related to this initiative. With today's proposed subaward agreement, the Attorney's Office will continue supporting the Blueprint Coordinator position, reducing barriers for survivors filing for protection orders, and linking survivors with critical support services. The coordinator will also continue to work to coordinate community-wide trainings and annual system-wide safety audits to ensure systems in place actually protect survivors and are being responsive to the needs of our community. Pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 69124.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 69124 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sanitary engineers.
Resolution number 69224. Resolution authorizing First Amendments to the private water agreement and sanitary sewer indemnification agreement with Braumiller Development LLC for Villages at Galloway Phase 4.
Good morning, Commissioners. Stephen Renner, the Director of the Department of Sanitary Engineering. Previously in 2021 and similarly in 2023, the Franklin County Board of Commissioners entered into agreements with Braumiller Development LLC to provide water, sewer and water services in support of their Villages of Galloway project on the west side of Galloway Road in Prairie Township. These agreements for sewer and water services covered phases 1 through 3, served up to 93 single-family homes. I'd like to also add that both the sewer and the water systems were paid for in full by the developer, including construction inspection. The developer, Braumiller Development LLC, wishes to extend those sanitary sewer and water services through which is known as Phase 4 to serve up to additional 72 townhomes. Both the sanitary sewer collection system and the proposed water distribution system of this phase will be an extension of the collection and distribution systems built in phases 1, 2, 3. Per this proposed resolution for Phase 4, we are requesting your approval to modify both the sewer and the water agreements to allow for the sewer and water systems to be, for Phase 4, to be constructed and served by our department. As with phases 1, 2, 3, Braumiller Development is paying in full for all of the construction administration, and inspection. Construction and inspection will be subject to our approval. We respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 69224.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 69224 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you. Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 69324. Resolution authorizing a supplemental contract with Sauer Group Incorporated for the provision of new condensing boiler installation services for the Franklin County Animal Shelter in the amount of $375,255.
Good morning, Commissioners. Darla Reardon, Director, Public Facilities Management. This first resolution authorizes a supplemental contract with Sauer Group, Inc., a local firm, for the provision of new condensing boiler installation services for the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center located at 4340 Tamarack Boulevard. This is a firm fixed price contract and the services are offered under the state terms schedule. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 693-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 693-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 694-24, resolution authorizing a supplemental contract with Johnson Controls Fire Protection LP to secure services for relocating and installing CCTV exterior cameras at the Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services in the amount of $45,654.03.
This resolution provides for the approval of a supplemental contract with Johnson Controls Fire Protection LP to secure services under the state term schedule for relocating and installing exterior cameras for the Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services located at 1721 Northland Park Avenue. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 694-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 694-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 695-24, resolution authorizing a supplemental contract with Johnson Controls Fire Protection LP to secure services for installing interior readers and scanners at the Franklin County Sheriff's Office Support Service Building in the amount of $27,259.63.
This resolution provides for the approval of a supplemental contract with Johnson Controls Fire Protection LP to secure services under the state term schedule for installing additional interior readers and scanners for the Franklin County Sheriff's Office Support Service Building located at 900 North Hague Avenue. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 695-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 695-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 696-24, resolution authorizing a supplemental contract with Johnson Controls Fire Protection LP to secure services for installing interior readers and scanners on the 24th floor of the Franklin County Office Tower in the amount of $41,075.16.
This resolution provides for the approval of a supplemental contract with Johnson Controls Fire Protection LP to secure services under the state term schedule for installing additional interior readers and scanners on the 24th floor of the Franklin County Office Tower to support the Court of Appeals. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 696-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 696-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 697-24, resolution authorizing a supplemental contract with Johnson Controls Fire Protection LP to secure services for installing interior readers and scanners at the Franklin County Memorial Hall in the amount of $87,060.58.
This resolution provides for the approval of a supplemental contract with Johnson Controls Fire Protection LP to secure services under the state term schedule for installing additional interior readers and scanners at Franklin County Memorial Hall located at 280 East Broad Street to support the Office of Aging. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 697-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 697-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 698-24, resolution authorizing a supplemental contract with Sauer Group Incorporated for the demolition, removal, and installation of Liebert new indoor units on the 8th floor data center of Franklin County Data Center in the amount of $586,984.
This resolution authorizes a supplemental contract with Sauer Group, Inc., a local firm, for the demolition, removal, and installation of new Liebert indoor units to support the 8th floor of the Franklin County Data Center. This is a firm fixed-price contract, and the services are offered under the state term schedule. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 698-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 698-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 699-24, resolution authorizing contract extension number 2 with Rumpke of Ohio Incorporated for the collection, transportation, and delivery for disposal and processing of refuse and recycled materials generated at and collected from Franklin County facilities in the amount of $228,940.24.
In August of 2020, per Resolution Number 55620, Rumpke of Ohio, Inc. was awarded a 3-year contract to provide for the collection, transportation, disposal, and/or processing of refuse and recyclable materials generated at and collected from Franklin County facilities. This resolution authorizes the second of 2 optional 1-year extension periods, specifically for the term beginning September 1st of 2024 through August 31st of 2025 for continued services supporting Franklin County facilities. Pending any questions, we request your approval of contract extension number 2 with Rumpke of Ohio, Inc.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 69924.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 69924 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks.
Next is Human Resources.
Resolution number 700-24. Resolution authorizing an agreement with the John Glenn College of Public Affairs at The Ohio State University for graduate student assistantships in the amount of $139,287.
Good morning, Commissioners. Laura Rapaski, Director of Franklin County Human Resources. This resolution seeks an approval of an agreement with the John Glenn College of Public Affairs at The Ohio State University for the provision of assistantships for graduate students for the 2024-2025 academic year. The agreement provides for 3 paid graduate assistantships on a part-time basis for the fall and spring semesters with the option for part or full-time placements during the 2025 summer semester. The total not to exceed cost of the agreement is $139,287. Pending any comments or questions, we seek your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 700-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 700-24 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 701-24. Resolution appointing Robert J. Bitzenhofer to the Franklin County Alcohol, Drug, and Mental Health Services Board.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Melissa Kohler, Assistant Director of Community Appointments. This resolution will appoint Robert Bitzenhofer to the Franklin County Alcohol, Drug, and Mental Health Services Board to a term ending on June 30th of 2028. Pending any questions, we would ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 70124.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 701-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 702-24. Resolution reappointing Emmett Kelly to the Franklin County Conventions Facilities Authority Board of Directors.
This resolution reappoints Emmett Kelly to the Franklin County Convention Facilities Authority Board of Directors to a term ending on July 31st of 2028, and Mr. Kelly is in good standing with the board. Pending any questions, we would ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 70224.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 702-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 703-24. Resolution reappointing Janika A. Pierce Tucker to the Franklin County Conventions Facilities Authority Board of Directors.
This resolution reappoints Janika Pierce Tucker to the Franklin County Convention Facilities Board of Directors to a term ending on July 31st, 2028. Ms. Pierce Tucker is in good standing with the board. Pending any questions, we would ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 70324.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 703-24 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 704-24. Resolution reappointing Robert Chilton to the Aspire Workforce Innovation Board, formerly known as the Workforce Development Board, jointly with the Franklin County Board of Commissioners and the City of Columbus, pursuant to the requirements of the Workforce Investment and Opportunity Act of 2015.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Michael Rurmond, Assistant Director of Community Appointments. This first resolution seeks to reappoint Robert Bo Chilton, a member in good standing, to the Aspire Workforce Innovation Board for a term ending June 30th, 2027. Pending any questions, we respectfully ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 704-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 704-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 705-24. Resolution appointing Wendy Acton to the Aspire Workforce Innovation Board, formerly Workforce Development Board, jointly with the Franklin County Board of Commissioners and the City of Columbus, pursuant to the requirements of the Workforce Investment and Opportunity Act of 2015.
This second resolution seeks to appoint Wendy Acton to the Aspire Workforce Innovation Board for a term ending June 30th, 2027. Pending any questions, we respectfully ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 705-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 705-24 has been adopted. Resolution number 706-24. Resolution appointing Scott McElmore to the Aspire Workforce Innovation Board, formerly Workforce Development Board, jointly with the Franklin County Board of Commissioners and the City of Columbus, pursuant to the requirements of the Workforce Investment Opportunity Act of 2015.
This final resolution seeks to appoint Scott McElmore to the Aspire Workforce Innovation Board for a term ending June 30th, 2027. Pending any questions, we respectfully ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 706-24.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 706-24 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any generalizations?
Yes, we have 5. The journalization that is intended to amend the previous journalization regarding annexation number 14-24. The amendment shall reflect the hearing date of September 24th instead of September 10th, 2024. Case number ANX-15-24, an expedited Type 1 annexation petition, ANX-15-24, was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on July 29th, 2024. The petition is requesting to annex 0.862 acres from Blendon Township to the City of Columbus. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on September 17th, 2024. The site is 7558 Cubbage Road, PID number 110-006075. The next 3 documents that are placed in front of each of you today have been provided to your offices via email and is being journalized as required under Resolution Number 661-24, 7-24, and 683-23 regarding the county administrator approval to approve and execute contracts. First, not to exceed $250,000 per contract, approval of certain subscription and leases for equipment, as well as no-cost modifications. The clerk's office has been tracking each contract signed under these authorities, and the list will be provided to you as well as captured in today's meeting minutes.
Okay. Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 707-24. Resolution of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners to convene into executive session for the purpose of considering personnel matters and to confer with the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office concerning pending or imminent litigation and details relative to the security arrangements and emergency response protocols for a public body or public office.
Move to convene into executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, to confer with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action, and to consider details relative to the security arrangements and emergency response protocols for a public body or public office if disclosure of the matters discussed could reasonably be expected to jeopardize the security of the public body or public office.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 707-24 has been adopted to convene into executive session.
I think everything was covered.